King Cobra vs Monkey, who would win? King Cobras are often called the most dangerous snake in the world for a reason. They have venom that can kill a person in just 20 minutes. This snake has more than 300 lethal toxins. There is no antidote to their venom, and with one bite, they can inject 500 milligrams of venom into their victim. That's enough to kill 10 adult humans. King Cobras can grow up to 18 feet long and are known to eat other snakes. So if this snake attacks you, your chances of survival are slim to none. But sometimes there are exceptions to the rule. For example, when King Cobras fight monkeys, it seems that the monkeys always win. But how can monkeys defeat such a powerful opponent? To answer this question, we need to look at a recent battle between a monkey and a king cobra. On August 6, 2023, a video appeared on social media showing two monkeys fighting a huge snake. The confrontation took place in the Indian state of Karnataka. According to reports, the incident occurred near a village in Puttar. The area is located about 48 kilometers from the city of Kabaka. The locals said that two monkeys had come down from a nearby tree when they encountered a giant snake. The serpent was slithering across the road. It's unclear whether the monkeys were trying to get away from the snake or chase it. However, they got into a scuffle with the reptile. The brave monkeys fought back and did not let the snake escape. After watching this footage, people concluded that these monkeys were very lucky because the snake was a king cobra. After learning about the fight, some experts shared their thoughts on the outcome of this battle. Some experts say that king cobras are highly venomous snakes, so the monkeys probably didn't stand a chance. Others claim that the monkeys acted bravely and managed to defeat the snake. One expert suggested that the monkeys likely stole the cobra's prey, which angered the snake and provoked it to attack. The expert explained that since king cobras hunt other animals, including monkeys, to steal their prey is akin to stealing food from a tiger's mouth. Therefore, the snake became enraged and attacked the monkeys. Nevertheless, despite the danger, the monkeys fought back and eventually won. So why were the monkeys able to defeat the cobra? First, let's clarify something. In the wild, monkeys don't usually mess around with snakes. If a monkey comes across a snake, it generally tries to avoid it. Snakes are predators and can pose a threat to monkeys, especially poisonous ones like the king cobra. Therefore, when monkeys fight snakes, it's usually because the snake provokes them or threatens their lives or the lives of their offspring. In our case, the king cobra felt cornered by the monkeys. When a king cobra feels trapped and has no way out, it becomes extremely dangerous. In such situations, the snake will resort to extreme measures to escape. When the cobra feels cornered, its fangs become even more poisonous. Additionally, the snake's hood expands, making it larger and scarier. These are all signs that the snake is ready to defend itself and will not hesitate to attack. Perhaps this is exactly what happened in the fight between the monkeys and the cobra. The snake felt threatened and was trying to get away, but the monkeys wouldn't let it go. That's why the cobra lashed out at the primates. Another reason the monkeys decided to fight the cobra could be the fact that they saw it as a threat to themselves or their children. As mentioned earlier, snakes are natural enemies of monkeys. They can sneak up on a monkey while it's sleeping and bite it, then quickly disappear into the foliage before the monkey can react. If a poisonous snake manages to bite a monkey, it can kill the monkey's child. And if the mother monkey witnesses this, she will most likely try to save her baby. The same goes for male monkeys. They would never stand by and watch as a snake kills their child. Male and female monkeys show great courage when defending their offspring. There are numerous cases of adult monkeys attacking much larger animals, such as dogs and even tigers, to protect their young. This protective instinct can make monkeys fearless, causing them to take on opponents that are much more dangerous than themselves. And finally, let's consider the size of the snake in monkeys. King cobras can grow up to 7 meters in length. And although the snake in the video doesn't seem to be that big, it's quite possible that it's just camouflaged. Monkeys also come in different sizes. The smallest species, the pygmy marmoset, can reach a maximum length of only 2 inches. The largest species, the mandrill, can grow up to 26 inches long. We can't determine the exact size of the monkeys in the video. However, based on the fact that they are ordinary gray lungers, their length should range from 19 to 26 inches. Considering that the cobra is several times larger than the monkeys, it's surprising that the monkeys were able to defeat it. However, in nature, it happens quite often. Monkeys use their agility and intelligence to defeat snakes. Monkeys can jump, climb, and dodge, making it difficult for the snake to land a bite. Moreover, monkeys know where to strike the snake to cause the most damage. For example, they hit the snake in the head or try to get into the openings between its scales. Such a blow can stun the snake and make it vulnerable. And after that, the monkeys can deal with the snake once and for all. Interestingly, monkeys don't just attack snakes, they also use them for hunting. For instance, black-handed spider monkeys often eat tree frogs. These little frogs are incredibly poisonous. Just one bite from a Central American green tree frog can be fatal to a human. However, spider monkeys aren't afraid of these frogs. They grab them by the back of the head and shake them violently until the frog loses consciousness. Only after that do the spider monkeys eat the frogs. In conclusion, let's summarize why monkeys can defeat king cobras. First, king cobras sometimes provoke monkeys by trying to bite them. Second, monkeys fight back because they want to protect themselves and their children. And third, monkeys are agile and know where to hit the cobra to stun it. All these factors can lead to the victory of monkeys over cobras. In addition to the reasons mentioned above, there are a few others to why monkeys can defeat king cobras. One of them is the monkey's immunity to snake venom. Scientists have found that rhesus monkeys are immune to the venom of the Indian cobra, which is similar to the king cobra's venom. This means that the monkeys in the video may have been immune to the snake's poison, which would explain why they weren't afraid to fight it. Another reason is the monkey's stamina. Monkeys can fight for a long time without getting tired. This is due to their high level of physical fitness. Monkeys are constantly moving in the wild, which makes them very agile and enduring. This endurance allows them to keep fighting even when the snake is trying to exhaust them. In general, the confrontation between monkeys and snakes is an incredibly interesting phenomenon in the natural world. Snakes are often seen as symbols of wisdom and power, while monkeys are known for their agility and intelligence. The clash between these two intelligent creatures is truly captivating. When these two animals meet in the wild, it's impossible to predict the outcome of their encounter. Each of them has unique abilities and strategies that can lead to victory. Monkeys rely on their speed, dexterity, and problem-solving skills to evade the snake's attacks and deliver effective counterattacks. Snakes, on the other hand, use their stealth, sharp teeth, and poisonous venom to subdue their nimble opponent. The outcome of such battles depends on various factors, including the size and species of the snake and the monkeys, as well as their individual strengths and fighting experience. Regardless of the outcome, these encounters showcase the adaptability, intelligence, and tenacity of both species. Observing their interactions provides insights into the complexities of the natural world and the fascinating strategies employed by animals to survive and thrive in their environment. We hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. Please leave a comment below with your thoughts on why monkeys can defeat king cobras. And don't forget to subscribe to stay informed about our latest content. Thank you for watching. In the heart of the jungle, deep in the green, where sunlight struggled to penetrate the thick canopy, there lived a mighty monkey. This was no ordinary monkey. His fur was the color of ripened bananas. His eyes sparkled like chips of amber. And his strength was spoken of in hushed tones by every creature from the timid deer to the sly leopard. He was called Hanuman, the Monkey King. Hanuman ruled over a troop of several hundred monkeys with an iron fist. They were a boisterous bunch, always ready for mischief or adventure. But Hanuman guided them with wisdom, ensuring their survival and prosperity. One day, Hanuman was relaxing on a broad leaf, grooming his majestic tail, when a troop of cobras slithered into the clearing. The cobras were led by the infamous King Cobra. His hood was adorned with intricate patterns that seemed to writhe like living things. His scales shone like polished ivory and his eyes glinted with cold intelligence. As Hanuman watched them enter the clearing, a sense of foreboding washed over him. He had heard tales of the Cobra King's ruthlessness and his uncanny ability to predict the movements of his enemies. The Cobra King raised his head, his forked tongue tasting the air. His gaze, sharp and penetrating, locked onto Hanuman. A low growl rumbled in his throat, echoing the animosity that had been brewing between their species for generations. "Monkey King," the Cobra King hissed, his voice like the scrape of bone on stone. "Your kind has encroached upon our hunting grounds. It's time for you and your troop to move on." Hanuman's grip tightened on a nearby vine. He knew that this moment had been inevitable, the simmering tension between the monkeys and the snakes finally boiling over. "These lands have been ours for as long as we can remember," Hanuman retorted, his voice a deep rumble. "We will not be driven out by the likes of you." The Cobra King flicked out his tongue again, a predatory smile curling his lips. "So be it," he hissed. "You leave us no choice. Prepare to face the wrath of the Cobra clan." With that, he lashed out, his fangs flashing. The other cobras hissed in support, their hoods flaring, ready to strike. The Monkey King roared, charging at the Cobra King with bared teeth and a wild abandon. Vines snapped and leaves scattered as the two powerful forces clashed. Monkey against snake, brute force versus cold calculation. It was a battle for the ages. Hanuman fought with the ferocity of a cornered tiger, his agile form weaving through the cobra's deadly strikes. But the Cobra King was an implacable opponent, his movements as fluid and unpredictable as the jungle shadows. The cobras struck like lightning, their venomous fangs finding purchase in the monkey's flesh. Hanuman howled in pain, but his resolve only hardened. He knew that he couldn't match the cobra's venom with brute force. He needed strategy. As the battle raged, Hanuman kept an eye out for an opportunity, something that would turn the tide in his favor. The Cobra King, sensing victory drawing near, taunted Hanuman, his voice dripping with venom. "Yield, monkey, while you still can. Resistance is futile. But Hanuman was undeterred. He danced around the Cobra King, dodging the deadly strikes that sought to end the fight swiftly. And then he saw his chance. The Cobra King, in his arrogance, had ventured too close to the edge of the clearing. Hanuman, with a well-timed kick, sent a pebble hurtling toward the snake's eyes. The Cobra King recoiled, blinded and enraged. Seizing the moment, Hanuman rallied the monkeys. Now, he roared, "Give me Cobra!" With renewed vigor, the monkeys attacked, driving the cobras back. Fangs flashed and claws raked, and soon the clearing was a tableau of snarling monkeys and retreating snakes. The Cobra King, blinded and wounded, slithered away, his tail a banner of defeat. The monkeys, their numbers too great, their anger too hot, chased them deeper into the jungle. Hanuman watched them go, his chest heaving, his body aching. The victory was theirs, but he knew this was only a reprieve. The Cobra King would regroup and the war would resume. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the monkeys returned to the clearing. Their earlier bravado tempered by weariness, they had won the day. But the war was far from over. Hanuman, his gaze fixed on the jungle's dark depths, knew that the Cobra King was merely biding his time. The conflict would escalate and they would need to be prepared. Over the next few days, the monkeys constructed a series of barricades, using fallen trees and dense foliage to create a maze of defenses around their territory. It was a daunting task, but the monkeys, inspired by Hanuman's leadership, worked tirelessly. They knew that the coming battle would be fierce, and they wanted to be ready. Meanwhile, deep in the heart of the jungle, hidden in a labyrinth of vines and roots, the Cobra King was recovering. His wounds were healing, but the loss of face he suffered at the hands of the monkeys stung like a fresh wound. He assembled his most trusted advisors, cobras whose scales shimmered with age and wisdom. They gathered in the cool shade, their eyes gleaming with shared purpose. "The monkeys have fortified their position," one of the elders finally said, his voice a sibilant whisper. "It will be a hard-won victory." The Cobra King nodded, his gaze unwavering. "We will need to strike at night," he hissed. "When the moon is full and the jungle sleeps, that is when we will strike." The elder nodded, understanding the logic of the plan. "But what of the Monkey King?" he asked. "He is a formidable opponent, even for you, my king." The Cobra King's eyes narrowed. "I have a plan for him," he hissed, a predatory smile curling his lips. "A plan that will ensure victory and send him and his troop packing." The elder bowed his head in acknowledgement, his scales shimmering in the dim light. As the night of the full moon arrived, a palpable tension hung over the jungle. The monkeys perched on their barricades, their eyes sharp and alert, watched the forest around them. The slightest rustle of leaves, the faintest snap of a twig sent shivers down their spines. Suddenly, a low growl echoed through the trees. It was the sound of the Cobra King. The monkeys tensed, readying themselves for the coming attack. From the shadows, the cobras struck. Their fangs flashed like silver daggers in the darkness, and their venomous bites found their marks. The monkeys fought back, their nails and teeth flashing, their screams echoing through the night. The clearing became a chaotic battleground, a whirlwind of fur and scales and flashing fangs. Amidst the pandemonium, Hanuman found himself face to face with the Cobra King. Their eyes locked, and in that moment, the weight of the conflict, the hopes and fears of their people, rested on their shoulders. The Cobra King lunged, his fangs seeking Hanuman's jugular. But the Monkey King, with a speed born of desperation, dodged the attack. In that instant, Hanuman noticed something strange. The Cobra King's eyes, usually as cold and hard as gemstones, were clouded with pain. As their battle raged, Hanuman realized that the Cobra King was not just a ruthless fighter, but a cunning strategist as well. Every strike, every dodge, had a deeper meaning, a tactical purpose. The Cobra King wasn't just fighting to win, he was trying to teach Hanuman a lesson. The realization hit Hanuman like a jolt of lightning. This wasn't just a battle. It was a test. The Cobra King wanted to break him, to bend him to his will. Hanuman growled, a deep rumble in his chest. He understood now. The Cobra King was toying with him, testing his limits. And the King of the Monkeys was not going to be defeated. With a surge of adrenaline, Hanuman fought back, matching the Cobra King blow for blow. The clearing was a blur of motion, a whirlwind of fury. But as the first rays of dawn began to paint the sky, the Cobra King faltered. His movements, which had been so precise, so calculated, became sluggish, almost mechanical. His gaze, once sharp and predatory, was now clouded with pain and fatigue. The Monkey King pressed his advantage, his attacks becoming more aggressive. The Cobra King, wounded and exhausted, could only parry. His strength ebbed away with the passing moments. Finally, with a desperate lunge, Hanuman managed to land a solid hit, sending the Cobra King crashing to the ground. The Cobra King lay there, his chest rising and falling in shallow gasps. His reign of terror was over. As the sun rose higher in the sky, bathing the jungle in golden light, the monkeys, battered but triumphant, gathered around Hanuman. They had won, but the victory had been hard-fought, costly. They looked to Hanuman, their king, for guidance, for wisdom, and Hanuman, his gaze sweeping across the clearing, knew what he had to do. He approached the Cobra King, his steps careful, respectful. The Cobra King looked up, his eyes filled with a mixture of pain and defiance. Hanuman, his voice deep and resonant, spoke. "Rise, Cobra King," he said, "for you have shown me the true meaning of strength." The Cobra King blinked, surprised by the Monkey King's words. "Strength is not just about brute force or cunning," Hanuman continued. "It's also about knowing when to yield. You have fought well, my king, and I respect you for it." The Cobra King hesitated. Then slowly, with Hanuman's help, he rose to his feet. His scales, once gleaming, were dull with fatigue. His hood, once erect, was drooping. He was a defeated king, but he was still a king nonetheless. As the Cobra King turned to leave, Hanuman spoke again. "Let this be a lesson to our kind," he said, "that strength comes in many forms, and that even the mightiest of warriors must sometimes know when to yield." The Cobra King paused, then in a voice hoarse with fatigue, he replied, "So be it, Monkey King. Let it be a lesson for both our kind." With that, he slithered away, disappearing into the emerald depths of the jungle. The monkeys watched him go, their earlier animosity replaced by a grudging respect. They had won the battle, but they had also learned a valuable lesson about the nature of strength. Hanuman, his gaze following the retreating Cobra King, knew that this was only a temporary truce. The war was far from over, but for now, he would savor this hard-won victory and the valuable lesson he had learned about the true meaning of strength.